Don't be scared. It's solo strategy time. This is Meatwagon22 here. And I got a request for some strategies and tips for running the zombies in solo mode. And I had some luck on this Shi No Numa map running solo. And I've got a pretty good strategy. It works. I mean, it depends on if you get enough points to get the right guns, then you can run this strategy. So what I'll do here is I'll point out some of the stuff that I do to get in the positions I get in, and then once you get to about round 15 or 16 or so, from that point on as far as you want to go, or until you make a mistake, you can go almost as far as you want. Rounds 1 through 15, it's about building up enough points to where you can hit the mystery box, because you're going to end up needing only 2 guns, which is the ray gun and the Wonder Waffle, and you're going to only need 2 perks, which is Juggernaut and Speed Cola, and that's all you need. Now, to buy those perks, they're out in one of the 4 areas called the Fishing Hut, the comm room, the doctor's quarters, and storage. Now you'll see where we're going to stand downstairs is right by the doctor's quarters. Now, you never want to open the doctor's quarters unless you absolutely have to, and you want to wait until you get up until about round 15 or so if Juggernaut or something like that is out there. You're going to open the Fishing Hut, and you're going to open the comm room first, and hopefully you'll get what you need from those 2 buildings. Alright, so the first thing I do is I buy the Thompson. The Thompson is a good gun early on to build points, and you'll see I don't hit the box for a while. There's no need. If you got the Thompson, that's all you're going to need for, first 10 rounds or so, and then it's even better once you get your Speed Cola. Now this window right here, this is going to be your home for about the next 10 to 12 rounds. The only time you gotta leave that is when you get dogs. So what I'm doing here is I had to cut out some scenes or some levels because it was like 4 videos long, and I had to cut it down to 2. So you're gonna see a lot of fade cut scenes where it cut out repetitive levels of doing the same thing. So here I'm at level 4. I've already bought my Bettys, and I placed them down. I'll show you again where I put them, because those are some strategic spots that you're going to want to place your Bettys. And I left the dog rounds here so you could see where I fight the dogs at. The dogs are not that bad on solo. There's the same amount of dogs come out, and they don't get any tougher as the rounds go, so you shouldn't have too many problems with the dogs. I like to fight the dogs in this room here for the first 15 rounds. I'm able to put down some Bettys where if you do get trapped into a corner that you can back up and there's going to be a Betty there. Make sure you always reload both guns before you get your max ammo. And here, going on to round 6, I go ahead and hit the box, try and get myself a secondary gun to build some points. I get kind of lucky. I get my PPSH. So it's back to the window. Now, you see those 2 Bettys? Well, I'll show you. Put your extra Bettys in here. If you put it up against the wall and all the way over against this wall, the zombies won't actually blow them up, and they'll stay there until the next dog round, and you can utilize those Bettys for the dogs. So you're back at your window. You're going to stay at, like I said, you're going to stay at this window till you build up enough points to open up the Fishing Hut, the comm room, and go get your perks. Now here I'm trying to make a crawler so I can actually go start opening some stuff up. It's a little difficult here. Normally you have to run out. You want to run out of this area and do it outside. It's a little bit easier once you do get some of those outside gates opened up. Gives you more room to run around. So here you can see I'm out of ammo with my Thompson, but I wait to buy ammo. I want to see if it's a dog round, because I do have a secondary that's full of ammo. So didn't waste 600 points. Again, I'm just putting putting the beddys down, spread them out. The dogs will take them out as they go. You put them too close together, you know, obviously you're going to take out one dog with 2 beddys. You don't want to do that. Stay on the move. Check and see, you know, wherever you have your beddys, that they're still there before you back yourself into a corner. Again, make sure you reload both guns and get back into position. Check and see what beddys went off and what are still there, because you're not going to need to use your beddys every time. You can save them for the end of the round, or just put them out in front and, you know, let them go off, or put one by the window. You're just going to waste a beddy. So I'm checking my beddys here. These beddys in here are to protect you from the backside, anyone coming around. You stand at this window, you see that pillar to the left, they will come around the front side of that pillar. They won't come around from behind you. So stay right by the window, and they're only going to come from the front side. You'll be able to see every zombie coming at you. I just made a crawler, and I'm going to start opening up some of these outside areas. Every time you open up an outside area, you're going to have 3 zombies come out. What I do is I try and make another crawler just in case I damage that first one too much. I don't want it to bleed out before I get everything open, get all my perks. But you just remember, you're going to have zombies come out every time you open these. And in solo mode, they'll be inside the area that you open. So just look forward, you'll see them coming. Now what I'm trying to do is just get out here, see what's inside the fishing hut. Remember, I'm looking for Speed Cola and Juggernaut. You want to make sure the zombies will follow you, and I'll show you later on when you have to cut through the building. You don't want those zombies crawling in where there's beddys inside that building. You gotta keep that in mind. You don't want to get stuck outside without having all your guns and all your perks, because you'll just end up starting over. Just checking and seeing there's still 2 crawlers alive. Go ahead and go out to the comm room. Got my Speed Cola, so I'm looking for Juggernaut. And waiting for the 3 zombies to come out. And this area out here, you'll see in the second video, this is where the strategy is. It's this whole comm area out here, and these bridges and the water. This is where you're going to spend most of your time killing zombies. And you'll see all that in part 2. What I'm trying to do in this part 1 is just show you what you need to do building up to about round 15 or 16 before you start making your runs. So it wasn't in there, that was double tap, so I have to end up opening up the storage here, and I'm hoping I get Juggernaut, because again, I don't want to have to open the doctor's quarters, because then I can't stand at that window anymore, because they'll be coming in directly from behind you. So it involves a little bit of luck getting your perks, but usually you'll get those 2 perks in the first 3 buildings that you open. It's been my experience. So alright, so now I got my Juggernaut, I got my Speed Cola, and I'm gonna head back to the window, and I'm gonna build as many points as I can until I'm ready to start hitting the box and trying to get my ray gun and waffle. So checking my beddys, make sure everything's still here. Back here, you see where I'm putting these beddys. These are if you ever need to fall back. If you start getting overrun at the window, you'll fall directly back here where these beddys are, and that'll give you time to reload or do whatever you need to do. I think here I'll actually show you one round what it's like standing at the window here now at round 13, what it looks like with them coming in at you. Remember, there's that pillar right there. You got your doorway and that pillar. They're gonna all come in just like that. See that where that guy came from? As long as you don't back up. As soon as you back away from this window, they will come around the backside of that pillar. And that's what those beddys are there for. They're good indicators. If someone does creep around there, it'll go off and you'll know to either set another one back or to keep on a lookout on the opposite side of the pillar. So I'm just standing my ground, same thing. It's kind of repetitive, but to get to a high level solo, you gotta stick to it. And I get lucky and get a bomb. So, alright, stay tuned for part 2, and we'll go over the final strategies. Thanks for watching, guys.